In this video I'm going to remove more parts of the rear suspension. So you've seen the video where I removed the lower wishbone. I'm leaving that to powder coat, and since I was happy with the results, I'm going to get more parts of the rear suspension powder coated. So what you can expect to see in this video is this arm, the top link arm, being removed, the supporting bracket for the top link arm, which you can barely see from there, and then just a drop link for the anti-roll bar, which is that there. So the anti-roll bar removed and the drop link as well. I will only film half of the side. That will give you an idea on how to do the job. Just please keep in mind that at the moment my job is a lot easier than it would be for a car that was completely assembled, because I already removed the fuel tank from the car, which gives me a bit more space. The lower wishbone has been removed, and yeah, those things just make life easier. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is a little bit of preparation, because since I removed the lower wishbone, and I guess if you're watching this you're probably going to end up doing that as well, there'll be nothing holding the hub after I remove the top nut. So I'm just getting a bucket so that I can rest the hub on the bucket and not stress any of the cables. Now in my case there's only the handbrake cable, because the brake cables have been removed as part of the wishbone. So the top bolt on the drop link is, drum roll please, 19mm, and you barely get access to it because of the hub, because of the caliper. Now I could remove the caliper, or I could keep the caliper and just do the job slightly differently by using a spanner. Right, everything is wobbly, but I should be able to get this job done without too much trouble. So first things first, just try to loosen up a bit of the rust. And now see if anything moves. So here I'm just trying to undo that bolt. I was unsuccessful actually, and after quite a long time of attempting, I have decided to remove the caliper to proceed with the job. I even tried to put in penetrating fluid in there, but nothing really worked. Okay, so after a few attempts, I'm gonna just remove the brake caliper, because that bracket there and that don't really help us. And to get a socket in here, I need to remove this. The brake caliper is a quick thing to remove. Depending on your luck, it's two 18mm bolts, or they are what, 7/16, I think. I don't actually know the size in Imperial, but if you got the original ones from the factory, they will be Imperial. If you have had your brakes refurbished in the past, there's a good chance that you got 18mm, even if you bought them from America. In my case I have 18mm, and I'll just get those off of the way. Now I can get all the leverage I need. Now I just need to somehow stop the whole hub from moving with it. So, as with most things around the Elan, leverage, access and leverage do wonders. A lot of times you get these nuts and all of that, and you just need access and leverage. That's what I found, and just getting the access may take a bit of effort, but it just saves you time over a long period. So now all I have to do is just hold the hub and remove the nut. And now we've got the hub also out of the car. Now this side of the drop link is free. The top link is free. I just need to access that corner over there. And you may remember from the wishbone video, I have already undone a bolt there on the bottom that was holding the wishbone. So I just need to remove the top one for that bracket, that support bracket, and that bracket will come out together with the top link. Okay, so this is just a close-up of what I'm talking about. The handbrake cable is in the way, but it's not a problem. So that is the bolt that we need to remove. That frees up both the support bracket, which is already free on the bottom because I removed the wishbone, and it will also free up the top link, and then we can remove the rust from the top link. I can see a grommet in there, so I believe that from the boot you can just remove that grommet and get access there with a socket. I'm gonna try to remove this by just using a spanner here, and if I can't do that, then I'll have to access it from the boot, use a socket, long extension, and Bob's your uncle. Here we have the boot of the Elan, and a little hole with the grommet that I was talking about is just there. Now, if this is not a factory job, it seems to me perfectly safe to do so, and then you just cover the whole thing again using a grommet. But yeah, here I get access to that. Now the drop link will drop as soon as I remove this nut, but yeah, there it is. So now you can see that it's just wobbling because it's holding the drop link in one side and the nut is on the other side. And you can see from here even with the handbrake cable on the way, it's coming loose. And that now is the support bracket out, the one that goes like this, and the drop link is out as well. Pretty rusty, but it looks like surface rust. We'll clean it up and see what we can do with it. So the last thing to remove the suspension arms of the car is this drop link, and then I'll be done with this side. And on the other side is just the same from the other side. So this is a straightforward one. I mean, when you got this amount of clearance, it's always an easy job, isn't it? Just removing some of the surface rust. Now this is a bit annoying because I can't reach this side with socket, and really I would prefer to hold the bolt in place and undo the nut. I remember a fella from the community told me to always do that, and I never realized why, but you know, if it's best practice, it's best practice. If you know the reasoning for it, leave it down in the comments, because I would like to know. But yeah, so I'm just gonna try to do the best I can with what I've got. Okay, Okay, this is a 17 mil, and this is another 17 mil. So to undo, I just need to pull it that way, and it's down. There we go. It's not coming out. Obviously not. Now, just to make my life easier, I'm going to undo this one first, and then the other one. And that is the drop link out. So now I just need to remove these bushings, put it to powder coat as well. Now the final bit is just this little thing, which you can't see now. Anyway, it's the ball joint that attaches the roll bar to the wishbone. Just need to undo this, and I will undo this in the bench, or I may undo it right here. But this is a very straightforward one. You need one of those spanners that is adjustable, so that you can then grip. Let me just point this to the right. So to remove this, it's not a big deal. You need an adjustable spanner to hold on to the flat bits in here, and then you just, you know, undo it like you undo any other nut. Not a big deal. But I will be doing this in the workbench just because it's it makes sense to do it there. I can clamp my it's everything the wrong way around, but it will work, I'm sure. I will clamp this in a vise instead of using a spanner, and then I'll just undo the nut. But yeah, that's it for this video. That's it for this video. So that is all of the arms of the rear suspension removed, including the wishbone, which appeared in our previous video. And now I can send all of this stuff, the drop link, the top link, plus the bracket. I can powder coat all of this and get a brand new suspension. I will be replacing the bushings as well. That will be a job for another video, I guess, if it goes into a video. But yeah, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.